Gentleman on the right, Joe Hughes. He's come up from Malmesbury. He's the reigning English champion, the former WBO international and Southern Area champion, and he's only had one sole loss in his career, very early on in a points loss. So he's never been stopped in 15 fights. 15 fights. So for Joe, he's coming up here. He's going to look to upset the odds, upset Jack in his hometown on his home patch. It's a big night for him as well. He's had a tremendous run since that early points loss, 10 fight unbeaten run, where he's collected all those titles I just mentioned. And so for Joe, this is his big night as well. So on the night, it's going to be a cracking fight between the two of them. I'll ask both guys to say a few words. We'll open the floor for a few questions, and then they're both available for one-on-ones and photos. So starting with the challenger, Joe Hughes.
Thank you very much for that. I'm really excited about this fight. I've been looking for a big fight like this for a long time in my career. I'm used to travelling away. It's just another away journey for me. This will be the fourth unbeaten southpaw I've fought in my last 6 fights. So I've had a bit of preparation for Jack, even though Jack is, the next level up from the fighters I've been fighting. He's a very good fighter, and I'm really excited to be on such a big show, and especially to be part of the headlining act. I think it'll be a really good fight for the fans. I think our styles will mesh very well, and I'm really excited and just thankful for the opportunity to be here.
Thank you, Joe. Jack?
Yeah, it's just exciting obviously to be back at the Reebok. I fought here in my 3rd fight, so obviously the last couple of years been on some quite big undercards in Manchester and Liverpool, so it's nice for the fans as well to come back here. It does feel like home, obviously. Another defence of the Intercontinental title. Joe Hughes is coming off a good winning streak, so I expect a good fight.
Lovely. Thank you, Jack. Okay, gents, I'll throw it open for a few questions and then we'll do some one-on-ones.
Jack, you've been out of the ring for 5 months, which is a big rest time for you. Do you think that'll make you perform any better?
No, yeah. Obviously, I was quite active last year. I had 4 fights, so I think the time not fighting has been good. But I've been in the gym since the new year, loads of good sparring, getting some good rounds in and learning. So I think it'll do me a world of good.
Joe, a lot's been said about Jack's prospects and that, but you're coming here to kind of cut that short now.
Yeah, definitely am. I mean, Jack's a top prospect. There's a lot of hype around him, and deservedly so. But obviously, I'm not coming here to lose. I'm definitely coming here to sort of upset the apple cart, but I mean that's my job. So I'm not just turning up and take the fight and just come away not try and win. Of course, I'm coming here to win.
What makes you believe that you can't beat him?
I think I've got a little bit extra experience just in age, and I think I had a bigger amateur background than him. Even though he's a very good fighter, very talented, I think I'll just, on the night, I think I'll come through.
Jack's also a final eliminator for the British title. Is that something you want to go for after this, or will you just continue? You want to continue with your international and world ranking?
No, definitely. Obviously, this is a final eliminator for the British, so obviously I'm not going to look no further than this fight. All the focus will be on May the 13th, but obviously the carrot dangling is the British title in the summertime.
When you've been looking at British rivals, you only fought international opponents last year. If you looked at fighters like Joe, they're coming through, you've seen he's been winning, and always as a possible future opponent.
All the time, yeah. I've been keeping an eye on the British rankings. Obviously, last year I fought 4 times against guys from different countries. I think that was a good year learning for me against different styles. So obviously I've been keeping an eye on the rankings, and obviously I'm here today fighting Joe Hughes next.
Joe, how much of a disadvantage has it been for you boxing backwards and Malmesbury, having to go on the road all the time without the backing of the big promoter?
I don't know about it being a disadvantage when it comes to this stage, if you know what I mean. It is a disadvantage with you don't have the exposure at the beginning, you don't have the money behind you to get big fights early on and attract opponents and things like that. But when it comes to a tough fight like this where I've got to come away from home and perform, I'm used to doing it, so it's a good grounding for me, I think, and I think that's something that will help me.
Keep beating southpaws Philip Bowes, people like that who are unbeaten. Do you like fighting southpaws then?
I don't like fighting. No one likes fighting southpaws. Everybody dislikes fighting southpaws. But I mean, I've got a good bit of practice in now, so yeah, it's just another southpaw. A lot of the time, people freak out with a southpaw because they are awkward and come from different positions, different angles. But I'm used to it.
Jack's Bolton shirt on there. What does it mean to fight here again?
Yeah, it's brilliant. Like I said before, I come here in my third fight on the undercard, and then the last couple of years been on some big undercards further afield, so to come back to Bolton and top the bill, couldn't be more grateful for the opportunity, and I think this is just the start of some big fights in Bolton. I think the dream is one day to sell out the stadium behind us.
Do you feel like your career's going that way, that you're getting the following and slowly building up behind you?
Yeah, definitely. Just focusing, training hard every day, living right, and I think that's the key really, and just keep looking forward.
You've done a lot of travelling in America, that picking up sparring in the last 12-18 months. How big of an impact has that been?
It's been a big impact over the last 2 years. I've had some great experiences sparring. I've been in a lot of different gyms with different world champions, so I think it all adds to the game really, just picking up little things here and there.
Jack, are you going to go to America for any training for this, or are you going to get the training to Manchester every day?
Yeah, I'll be in Manchester now. I'm driving now, Steve, so it's not catching that train anymore, but no, I'll be in Manchester for the next 10 weeks preparing for this fight.
And what sort of sparring will you just use the lads in the gym, or you bring anyone in?
There's been a talk of a few different opponents for sparring, nothing confirmed as of yet. Obviously we've got some great sparring in the gym at the moment. We've got Virginia and Jimmy, so to start off with I think there'll be two good lads we'll get some good rounds with.
You used to travelling a bit, but what will it be like coming into his hometown? Good little atmosphere here in this hotel.
I think it'll be great. I love coming boxing away and all the crowd cheering for my opponent, and you know, normally bring a few up as well. I think it'll be hard on Friday the 13th. No one will want to drive that far, but fingers crossed I'll bring a few up as well and create a good atmosphere. I mean, from what I can tell or what I've heard, Jack's got a good following and should create a great atmosphere on the night, and hopefully we can replicate that atmosphere with the standards of the fight.
Has there been another professional from your town in Malmesbury?
No, there never has been. No, we're that big in boxing. We've had a couple from my amateur club, Malmesbury Amateur Boxing Club. We've had I think 2 other pros, but they didn't actually live in Malmesbury. But yeah, I'm the first professional boxer from Malmesbury. Yeah, it's a big place. So.
It must have been the local papers a lot down there, so it can't be a lot of football or anything.
Well, you say that, but yeah, I am a fair bit. We do have little clubs and everything, but I mean, this is the local football club around here. My boxing gym is actually, or the amateur boxing gym is actually next to the local football club here. You know, got to keep all the sports close together, and so if all 10 people that live in Malmesbury can go there, go back and forward. But yeah.
Jack, you talked about being one of the next big things to come out with. How do you handle that pressure?
Yeah, I kind of don't really listen to any of the media. I think people talk bad one day, then good the next, so you can't really get too wrapped up in it. The main focus for me is just keep winning, keep learning and keep progressing.
You talked about Virginia and Jimmy in your gym. Is there a good vibe in the gym at the moment?
Yeah, definitely. There's a couple other lads in the gym as well. Got a good little team now, and we're all pushing each other every day, and there's a good atmosphere.